Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host, Nitin Nair. Now, we have been exploring a lot of mythologies and we have been shifting between Asian and South American and Native American, as well as even looking at Oceanian and Indian and Egyptian mythology in the past few days. So we thought let's look at Japanese mythology once again. It's been a while since we explored it, and now what other better character to start with or to continue this tradition by looking at Daikokuten. In Japanese mythology, Daikokuten is regarded as a god of wealth and a protection for farmers. In Japan, Daikokuten is regarded as one of the 7 gods of luck. He is a symbol of wealth, fertility, and abundance, and his image is commonly seen in shops all across the country. However, unlike other gods of the lucky gods, Daikokuten was not originally from Japan. Instead, he was inspired by an Indian deity. At a glance, the relationship between the two is quite different. Daikoku is often associated with the Hindu god Mahakala, who went to Japan during the time when Buddhism and Hinduism were in their infancy. Although Daikokuten is not related to a Buddhist deity, his origins are rooted in Japanese folk religions mix of foreign and native beliefs. By combining the concepts of Mahakala and Daikokuten, the Japanese were able to create a new deity. In addition, the pilgrims who go to the Mount Ontake in Japan wear a white scarf with the seed syllable of Mahakala. Stories often feature Daikokuten's bold and rich appearance, but they also often feature his ability to provide other gods and other people with blessings and fortune. His role is seen as interchangeable with the other 7 lucky gods in Japanese mythology. When we look at him physically, he is depicted as a stout, dark-skinned man who carries a bag full of treasure and a wish-granting tool in his right hand. He also has 2 rice bags on his back. In addition, rats are sometimes seen eating the rice because the concept of prosperity is additionally emphasized by these rats. In earlier versions, he resembled the Indian demons or the yakshas with an evil aura around him. Daikokuten's iconography started to change during the 14th century. During this period, he became known for being depicted as a man who is either sitting on a rice bale or holding a mallet. It is uncertain how the attribute originated, though it is believed that it was linked to the deity's association with a group known as the Saptamatrakas. In the Madjarin ritual, the 7 mothers are depicted holding a variety of objects which are believed to represent their role in the wrecking of plague, presumably caused by these rats. During the 16th century, the 3 main deities of the Muromachi period, the Daikokuten, the Saraswat Benzaiten, and the Vairava BISHAMONTEN, were combined into a single deity known as Sanmen Daikokuten. This new deity was able to connect the deity's benign form with its less prominent wrathful one. This new form of depiction was introduced in later versions of the legend of Daikokuten's appearance to the sage in Mount Hiei. According to the legend, the god appeared to the monk with 6 arms and 3 faces in response to his request to provide daily nourishment for 3,000 monks. Being an adopted god of sorts in Japanese mythology, the history of family lineage is unclear. The deity is also referred to as the god of the great darkness and is depicted as a man who is seeking fortune. He has various forms such as the Daikokonyo, which literally means she of the great blackness, or Daikokutenyo, which literally means she of the great black heavens. In Shinto, he is often referred to as the mythological hero Kuninushi. This name of the character, which is written in Chinese ideograms, is pronounced Daikoku. The powerful weapon wielded by Daikokuten is known as Uchide no Kozuchi, which means the power over fortune. In many popular stories, this item can create anything that the person holding it desires. Because of his association with grains and plenty, he is also sometimes regarded as a fertility god. In addition, he is known for making an obscene gesture known as the fig sign, which is meant to denote genitalia. The presence of stealing fortune, which is referred to as fukunosugi, involved the depiction of various gods and goddesses. In addition to Daikokuten's statue, this practice also involved the discarding of other idols. Because of this, an end-of-the-year market near a major Buddhist temple in Tokyo was associated with the sale of these statues. In order to make a quick buck from theft, the thieves would sell these images they stole to the more traditional buyers. This practice is carried out mainly in small shops and restaurants. Like EBISU, which is also a protective deity, Daikokuten is known to protect those who are trying to achieve success. There are many temples in modern Japan where Daikokuten is worshipped both as a primary deity and as a secondary deity. The Japanese believe that the god can bring good fortune and usually have a figurine or any other representation prominently placed at all places of business like the Nanquak of Thailand. As you can see, Daikokuten is one of those other deities out there in Japanese mythology which has its roots in other religions and other areas around the world. Daikokuten, being the god of fortune, is once again a common element that can be seen across multiple different mythologies, and every single mythology has someone who has been given the charge of ensuring that the followers and the worshippers attain good luck, good fortune, and is constantly blessed with prosperity. The need for money and prosperity is once again a common intrinsic human need for which mythology has always provided a source or a go-to person to worship to get these accomplished. We will be exploring a lot more similar mythologies and a lot more characters that are associated with prosperity, luck, fortune, money, etc. in the days to come. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mythlok. This is your host, Nitin Nair, reminding you to click like, subscribe, drop in a review if you're listening to this as a podcast, or even drop in a comment whether it's a podcast or a video. Thank you very much. Signing off by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.